The secrets of the mechanic. One was furious upon receiving your letter. Seized with anger, one set out to bring you to your senses. In truth, one had more than a few misgivings about your chosen partner. As an exorcist, his talent was lacking. One could hardly say his skill with... But soon, one came to appreciate the devotion he bestowed upon you during your illness. He never uttered a complaint, unwilling to begrudge someone of such character, wishing to grant you a life without regrets. One gathered many divine ingredients, and used one's own blood to create... As for how to deliver the medicine, after much one took great care to alter one's features, and select the appropriate attire. As one expected, you were most ignorant. One was quite torn. Should one have celebrated the success of... Yeah! Skyward! Nevertheless, one would speak to you about another matter, if you are amenable, even considering your loss of memory. One was simply flabbergasted that you could so easily forget the consequences of consuming medicine infused with adeptal blood. Its proclivity to attract monsters is hardly that complicated of a concept to remember. To think that you tried to travel while weak from sickness and heavy with child. Had one not intervened to clear the fog, all of you would have been lost during the night. Yeah! Scatter! Skyward! Make way for the Adeptus! Yeah! Scatter! Those monsters would hardly have pursued you with such ferocity. Sad godly remains. One was, after all, an active participant in the Archon War. In the end, one was relieved to see you endure, to see you Now you should have a complete understanding of the events.
Wait, but if that's true, then the crane who took care of me when I was sick must also be...
Ah, one had almost neglected to recount the absurdities of that tale. Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Just as Yuendai troubled one with her antics, upon finding you burning with fever, one made plans to bring you back to one's abode for treatment. However, upon seeing one's form, when one asked you why, apparently you believed that one had no choice but to apply powder to one's body to conceal the variegated nature of one's appearance. It bears mentioning, however, perhaps... Now, one owes you an apology, Yuendai. One has always viewed you as a disciple of equal standing with Ganyu and Shenhe. Indeed, one wished to bring your story to Still, one could not reveal your identity right away. Had one simply informed you of memories are most meaningful when recalled by those who live through them.
Master, I must ask.
If you found me all those...
One has never regarded your action as a mistake. It was a simple choice. When it is time for one's progeny to leave the nest, 'tis a refuge referred to by many a name in mortal... One speaks, of course, of a place not unlike one's own abode.
Thank you.
One expects you too have sensed the rapid deterioration. 40 years ago, you chose a path without a future. Though one... Even the power of an Adeptus has its limits. Fortunately, you were able to avoid that scenario by reclaiming your memories.
So, what's gonna happen?
One will help her reclaim her original form as a wild crane. If it be fated...
She's gotta go back to being a regular crane, huh?
Master, you've all... I don't know how I could possibly repay your kindness. This is a better...
Granny? Please don't leave, okay? You're all I have left.
Don't be sad, dear child. Granny has led a wonderful life. My only regret is Don't forget to eat well, okay? A growing young lady like yourself needs lots of good food to grow big and strong. Promise Granny you'll take good care of yourself when I'm gone.
I promise, Granny.
Good girl. Good girl. Don't worry. It's not goodbye forever. Granny's gonna become the most formidable crane in all. I won't stop until I can turn into a human without having to rely on anything but my own power. When that day comes...
Good.
That's a good girl. Even though we won't see each other for a little while, as long as we both work hard, we're sure to meet again someday.
I'll eat well, Granny. I promise. And I'll wait for you, no matter how...
That's a good girl. Then... I'm so sorry, Master.
Xianyun.
Let her be. At her age, tears are a necessary part of maturation. Sometimes there is scarcely a better vehicle to wash away the toll of stress and misery. Now that the issue has been resolved, you should also take a moment to relax. Give yourself some time to rest.
I always believed we would see each other again, that our days of separation would finally end, and all my troubles would be behind me. If only things could stay this way forever.
A nightmare? Curious. If you're relaxed, shouldn't your dreams be pleasant?
It was a good dream. It's just...
You weren't ready to wake up. Eloquent as one may be, words of comfort are not one's strong suit. You are doing all you can. One can see your strength of will, your fearlessness in the face of danger. And so, whatever your dream may be, one believes that you shall achieve it. Of course, whenever the perils you face overwhelm you, or you become weary, one is always here for you. After all, as an elder, it is only right to look out for the young ones.
Was Paimon sleeping just now? Oh, Paimon wasn't talking to you. Paimon had a dream about eating grilled... Madam... Oh, Xianyun, you're awake. I feel... a little better. Madam, Adeptus? Could I,
Oh, and have you
I know Granny thought what she did back then was wrong. But without that mistake, I would have never been born. Even though Granny lost her memories, she never forgot to show me how much she loved me. I could become a cool Adeptus like you and help a whole bunch of people, just like Granny wanted to do.
Upon some reflection, one supposes you are no mere mortal. The fact that Yuendai's blood flows through your veins is proof enough.
Thank you so much, Madam Adeptus. No, I mean... Master. Xianyun, are you... Paimon's gonna let you in on a little secret. We've seen Cloud Retainer's 2 other disciples, and they pretty much eat nothing but bitter herbs like Genshin and violet. If you join them, you'll never enjoy Wanmin Restaurant's delicious cooking ever again.
How utterly preposterous. One has never enforced. Every individual must find their own path to enlightenment, so long as one retains a pureness of spirit.
Well, you say that, but Paimon's not seeing any tasty treats up here now, is she?
Although Mount Outsong is rich in natural beauty, its location does preclude access to that is precisely why one plans to relocate to Liyue Harbor. Xianyun shall have the honor of becoming one's first disciple in the human world.
Whoa, you're leaving Mount Outsong?
One has never concerned oneself with the location of one's residence. Yet in the end, all of one's disciples ended up in Liyue Harbor. One has reflected on this fact for many years now. One can only assume that it is due to some... One is most curious as to what aspect of Liyue Harbor... Why are you all so silent?
Paimon is... just a bit shocked, that's all.
One has precious little time to squander. However, if one finds oneself otherwise unoccupied, one would not be opposed to... One will be assuming the identity of a human while residing in Liyue Harbor. You should take care to avoid disclosing one's true identity.
Don't worry, we'll help you keep it a secret. So, when can we expect...
Perhaps in 2 days' time. One has some matters to see. One has already picked out a handsome property.
Seems like you've really thought of... Then how about we meet up in Liyue Harbor?
A sensible plan. See you then. Oh, also, why don't you take this suspensus somnium mechanism as a souvenir?
Awesome! Thanks, Cloud Retainer! Hey, didn't we promise Xingqiu that we'd tell him what we found out? Should we make a trip to the Feiyun Commerce Guild? It's totally up to you. So, about your you moved to Liyue Harbor, you gonna tell the other Adeptus?
I have left an explanatory note in my abode. Those two old fossils will discover it, I am sure, considering their recent penchant for going off on private...
By the way, Xianyun, we have a friend who helped us learn a lot of it.
Sure, I don't think Granny would mind. As long as you don't tell a whole bunch, I don't think she'd want too many people to know. They might go to Mount Outsong and start bugging her about...
No worries, our friend can keep a secret.
Useless!
Your concerns are excessive and unfounded. This is but a simple
To be quite honest, in what way are any of these ordinary? Every single item here... I have to be careful, yes.
We're here, Clow. Miss Xianyun, what are you guys arguing about?
Ah, perfect timing. This ignoramus is questioning the authenticity of my wares. I'll have you know, these items have remained...
Several...
Indeed. They're family heirlooms, you see.
Yep, they've definitely...
Hear that? Had I not found myself in need of Mora, I would scarcely have had... doubt their authenticity any further, and I may just decide to take the...
Whoa! Please don't go! I apologize for any insult, miss. You see, I know full well that I...
An expert, you say? Very well. I will wait for a little while longer, then. Traveler, Paimon, this is my new resident.
Master! Oh, it's you two again. Help!
Xianyun, you got a new outfit!
Mm-hmm. Master made it for me. I like it too.
Huh? You know how to make...
Do I know how to make clothes? With the support of the proper mechanism, sewing is hardly...
Master, I brought in most of my stuff. There's a few boxes left, but they're kind of heavy, so I just left them outside.
Fret not. I shall help you move them into your room.
Actually, I should probably sort through my stuff a bit first. Everything's kind of messy right now, so maybe you could, not...
It appears my young apprentice has her own fair share of... Now, this expert you mentioned, when can we...
Soon. Here, allow me to make some introductions. This is Mr. Zhongli, a well-respected consultant. Mr. Zhongli, this is Miss Xianyun. She's the one who's looking to sell the collection of valuables I mentioned.
If it isn't Miss Xianyun.
Indeed, most serendipitous. Have you been faring well?
Quite well, thank you. I was fortunate enough over the past few days to enjoy both a stroll...
So you...
Indeed. How fortunate we are that fate has brought us together again. If you are otherwise unaware, allow me to inform you that Miss
You are too kind, Mr. Zhongli. True collectors pride themselves on their wealth of knowledge and eye for detail. I can say without a doubt that you are...
Why, you flatter me, Miss Xianyun. It would seem that you are as self-effacing...
Not at all, Mr. Zhongli.
While I am loath to butt into this conversation, I must... You two already knew each other, and you seem to have quite a cordial relationship. Can I be...
A preposterous accusation! The heavens themselves would collapse before we would conspire to do...
Miss Xianyun speaks the truth. Contracts are built on honesty and trust. If that proves to be beyond your capabilities in this instance, this transaction may be
Say no more. Let us depart.
I jest! What fool would still harbor doubts after Mr. Zhongli himself... I deeply apologize for doubting you. So, Mr. Zhang...
There is no cause for concern. They are indeed rare and precious valuables. Take this mechanism, for instance. Though one may not immediately perceive its purpose, its structure and appearance are... The same can be said for this one here. Few could hope to possess an item that so perfectly blends mechanical... I am sure you have heard from your travels that the study of mechanisms is among the most wonderful...
All right. Since I hired you as my... Then, in that case, Miss Xianyun, I'll take the lot. However, since the final...
The Northland Bank? Huh.
I fear people only use the term bank nowadays. In that case, I'll be off for now. I'll...
Xiangli!
My friends, have you been doing well?
We've been great! How about you? Paimon didn't know you were such a busy
My days have been quite pleasant as well. I had been quietly enjoying a cup of tea. As for you, Miss Xianyun, I presume you must be looking...
I must say, the name Xianyun sounds exceedingly strange coming from you. Perhaps you could dispense of that particular epithet in further conversation.
Whatever for. Am I not addressing you?
Well, that is true. Alas, refer to me however you will. After all, a name exists such that others may address.
It would seem that you have gained many valuable insights over the years, Cloud.
One has indeed. One's previous days were all brief. Now that one has made up one's mind to move and settle, this city is...
Not unlike the ocean tides, so too shall the movement of people ebb and flow. From turmoil to peace.
Alright, that's enough reflection for one day. No need to get all...
You make a valid point, Paimon. Now that the sale has concluded...
Perhaps you have forgotten, Cloud Retainer, but I once tried my hand at that dish. You were at the table on that occasion.
Oh? What occasion?
It was a reunion between friends several centuries ago. Alas, you must have been too preoccupied to secure yourself a portion. Or perhaps our other companions simply
Hardly. 'Twas most certainly out of consideration for the other. It is settled then. Bamboo shoot soup, mora meat, crab roe tofu, triple... One has already passed word to Shenhe Ganyu to make a reservation. It is prime time for them to meet...
It should be a most...
Yu, come now, it is time to dine. Ah, this gentleman over here is Mr.
A humble employee of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Pleased...
Nice to meet you too.
That should be everyone, right? Let's go!
Sounds good. Actually, Master, have you ever tried Adeptus' temptation? I heard it's impossible to stop eating after even...
That sounds rather implausible. Although with the right preparation...
Huh?